Hello everyone, Redneck Reloader here. It's a little frosty out in the reloading shop this morning, so forgive the steam that I'm blowing. Today we're going to do another one of these bullet reviews that I've been working on, and this one I'm kind of excited about. It's Eggleston Bullets, and normally at the beginning of this I'll do a little couple minutes and explain what I'm doing, but I'm just going to jump right into the review, and I'll just explain things as we're going along if you've never seen one of these before. So let's get to the
bullets are Eggleston Bullets. I think they used to be called Eggleston Munitions, and I believe they changed their name. But I've actually been a fan of theirs for a while. I did one of my 60-second reloading tips, and I mentioned about where to find load data for cast bullets. And I said to go to their website because they have load data on their website for cast bullets, and it's very good data. I'll show you that here in a little bit. But let's get a look at these. These come in a priority mailbox. It's not really an unboxing. I've already pulled them out because I want to take a look at them. But they're very, very well packed, very solidly packed in there. Nothing shifting around or moving or anything. And that's their business card with email and their website. The invoice, and here's what I got from them. I got a 9mm 125 grain truncated cone sampler, 100 count assorted colors, and their size to 350.356, and they were $9.83. Shipping was $8.45, making the total $18.28. Which is pretty good. It's not the cheapest we've gotten, but it's nowhere near the most expensive either. So most of these samplers, I've kind of broken them up into just two categories, either the inexpensive or the expensive. So for these 100-piece sample orders, if it's under $20, I'm considering them inexpensive. And I said some of them go $20 plus up to $30 for 100. And I can consider those the expensive ones. So they're definitely in the cheaper category. And just real briefly, for my test, what I've been trying to get is 124 grain round nose 9mm. I thought that was a pretty standard round that just about everybody had, and it is. But I found a few companies that don't have that. Instead, they have like 125 grain conical nose or truncated cone bullet, and that's fine too. The 1 grain difference in weight doesn't make a difference. I load them up the same and I test them under the same standards. Now Eggleston does have 124 grain, but I couldn't get those. Eggleston's a company that does not do back orders. You just have to wait till they're in stock and then order them. And I put in to be notified when they got them in stock, and the 125 grain truncated cone came in stock first, so I went ahead and bought those. But they do have the 124s. But just to give you an example, this is, you're not going to be able to read this because my printer was running out of ink and it didn't print very well, but this is their load data that they have on their site for 124 grain round nose. And you can see, I think you can read some of the powders anyway. Long shot, 800X, HS6, CFE pistol, Universal, Winchester 244. I think that's supposed to be Winchester 231 after that. IMR Target, Tight Group, 700X, and Clays. They've got quite a few powder manufacturers, and they've got overall length on here, as well as, max and minimums with the pressures and the velocities. So same kind of load data you're going to get from a manufacturer. And so that's kind of impressive from them that they would put that out there. And this is actually, I'm using their load data for these tests, is where I got my load that I'm using, which is 3.9 grains of Tight Group. So enough yakking. Let's look at these things. So here's a sample pack, and I think you can see right away one of the things that Eggleston does different than other people. They offer a lot of colors, and the way they take their orders is they sell these in I think normal times, I think they do 250 piece quantities and up, 250, 500,000. But right now, with what's been going on the past year, so I think with the shortages, I think they're strictly doing 500-piece orders. However, they do offer these 100-piece sample packs, and I think they do sample packs well, because the way they do it is you pick your bullet, you can order 100 pieces, and they send you not only 100 pieces, but of all their different assorted colors. So that way you can test the bullets, and you can look at the colors and see what you like. Now, when you order the larger quantities, like 500, you can't get them mixed like this. You have to pick a specific color. But this gives you an opportunity to look at the colors. And they're packed very well. They come in this nice, resealable bag, which, it looks like just a Ziploc bag, but it's very heavy-duty plastic. It's not going to open up on you. They put a nice label on it so you know exactly what it is, even the diameter it's sized to. So, very, very good. That's about what I expected from them. So let's get a few of them out here and take a look at them. See what some of these colors are. I looked on their site. I counted the other day when I knew that these were coming to see, and I don't remember what I came up with, but I want to say they had about a dozen different colors is what I saw on there. And it looks like they're pretty well represented in here. Might be one or two colors missing. I'd have to go through and count to really take a look, but I remember seeing that they had 3 different colors of green. And I think it was like a light green, a dark green, and like a zombie green. And I don't see that many in here, so I'm kind of thinking, I don't see anything that really looks like zombie green. That'd be the closest, but I don't think that was it. So we may not have gotten any zombie greens in here. But it looks like we got about every other color they offer. And kind of gives you just a look. So we've got, let's try to zoom in here a little closer and let you see some of these. We got a black, blue, looks like a silver, some sort of a light green, gold. I don't know what you call that. Robin's egg, I think, something like that. And then I'm guessing that's like a pink and a dark purple, and then like kind of a cherry kind of red. That's about 9. So it looks like we got maybe a couple colors missing. They didn't send them all, but considering the way things have been here lately with the shortages, I think I'm lucky I got these. But yeah, they're pretty good looking bullets here. The coating looks really good on them. I don't see any bare spots, and feels very dry. None of it's coming off on my fingers or anything. Very brightly colored, and these are high-tech coated. Purple, that looks very nice. Very even coverage. None of it's coming off on my fingers or anything. I don't see any bare spots anywhere. The coloring looks really nice. So let's get on with the test. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to load some of these up. I'm going to load up 10 of them, and we're going to shoot them and compare them and see how they do against some other bullets that we've done and some factory bullets. And I'm also going to see how they come together as far as assembling, loading, seeing if we have any problems with the coating shaving off and things like that. But the first thing I'm going to do is take one and smash it with a hammer. And this is a test that they'll do with powder coat bullets to test and see if the coating is adhering well to the bullet. And so I do this with all mine that I test. I gave it a good whack. I don't try to beat them to death. And there's a little flake of coating that came off right there. But that's about it. Just a little bit around the edges, not much. It seems to have really adhered well. It said I would expect this to shed a little bit. It seems like a good coating. I've certainly seen a lot worse as far as coming off on your hands and stuff. And this does not appear to be. It just really looks like one big flake got pulled off there. And that could have been just the way the hammer hit it or something, because you can see the rest of the bullet. It's adhered very well to it. So let's go down with some loading. So here's what we're going to do. I'm going to load 10 of these up, and I'm going to stop but I'll break in periodically to kind of let you know how the loading's going and how they're doing as far as seating and stuff, and show you my setup. But we're going to reload these using my trusty RCBS dies, some Remington, 1.5 small pistol primers, and 3.9 grains of tight group. So stay tuned, I'll be back. I'm back. I'm breaking in here real quick. I just want to show you. I've got my cases pretty well prepped now. Got the case mouth belled, and they're primed. I just have to powder them. But I just wanted to show you how much belling I put on these. I put a pretty good amount. You can kind of see how far I can seat that in there. I make sure it goes in there smooth, and I don't get as much shaving and stuff on the outside. So don't be afraid to bell these a little bit. They're a little more so than you would plated or jacketed bullets. And I'm going to remind real quick, if you've not subscribed to my channel and you're enjoying this, please subscribe. It helps me out a lot. It'll help me grow the channel and help me do some things that I want to do in the future to improve the channel and improve my equipment and some things like that. So thanks a lot. Let's get back to it. Okay, I wanted to break in real quick to show you a few of these I've got done. I haven't crimped them yet. All I've done is just seated them, but you can see there's no shaving of the coating at all. It seems to be they're loading really well. Very happy with them. Look to be very good quality and very easy to load. Now, I did show you how much I belled the case mouth. Even with doing that, I want to show you with my case gauge. Now, I haven't crimped these yet. All I've done is seated them. And, you know, that one could be fired. There's nothing wrong with that. So, even as much as I belled them, I'm still just going to put a very light crimp on them. So, don't be afraid to bell these. And make sure you're not shaving that coating off when you're seating them. So, I'm going to go ahead and seat the rest of these and crimp them. And I'll come back real briefly, and then we'll go shoot them. Alright, we're back. I got all 10 of them loaded. No problems at all. Not one bit of shaving of lead or coating or anything. They just loaded up nice and smoothly. No bulging cases, anything like that. They seem to be really good quality bullets. I don't have any of the residue on my fingers or anything. Nothing came off on them. So next thing we're going to do is we're going to go up in the woods and we're going to shoot these. This is the accuracy portion of my testing. This target on the left, I'm going to shoot from 7 yards, 5 shots with my pistol. And this target on the right, I'm going to shoot from 25 yards with my carbine. And what I'm looking for is a group that I can fit in my palm. Basically, if about the size of the diameter of this circle, if I can keep a group in there, that's pretty consistent with what I would do at those distances with factory ammo. So I know that these rounds are just as accurate as factory rounds. Okay, so that's our review for Eggleston Bullets. They were just as good as I expected them to be. Price, really good. Not the cheapest, but certainly not the most expensive. Certainly a fair price. The shipping was fast. And if they have it in stock, you're going to get it real quick. The only downside is they don't take back orders, so in these times you're just going to have to wait and wait for the notification when they're in order. I'm going to add a classification I've never done on any of the other reviews and say selection. They are fantastic. They have more to offer as far as color choices and things like that than any other bullet manufacturer I've seen. So overall in accuracy, I couldn't ask for any better than this.
about what I was looking for. It's just as accurate as factory ammo. So I'm going to give Eggleston a big thumbs up. I will definitely be buying from them again. So thanks for joining me, and God bless.